داليا بتكون بتكون management. Okay, so welcome to another session of the English Conversation Circle, which is part of the Circles program from Out&About Group. Out&About aims at building a society based on 5 universal values: love, peace, acceptance, forgiveness, and benevolence, and promoting the global citizen concept, which means a human being treats a human being as a human being. Okay? So, normally my style is for us to suggest topics, and then we choose the topic that has the most of the words. Okay, so what would you like to discuss?
Let's start from you.
No, the discussion is yours. I only facilitate. So you choose the topic.
Nothing comes to our minds. Yeah. Maybe about social media or technology, how it affects on our lives.
Okay.
Or our effective, let's say, in our job, in our family. Yes, with our family. Yeah. I think it's a big topic.
Okay.
Maybe
Yes.
we should discuss.
How social media affects our relationships with our families.
Our families, our friends, ourselves.
Okay. Okay. This is one suggestion. Okay. Muhammad Husban. Okay. So Dr. Muhammad Husban is the one who facilitates normally the English Conversation Circle. And he's saying that he'll skip only one more time after today, then he'll be facilitating the session. Okay, so great, Muhammad. Last time we discussed, either last week or the week before, we discussed the fear of public speaking.
Good.
And since you're here, maybe this is one of the topics that we might repeat as well, the fear of public speaking. Okay, so this is 2.
It's a good idea.
Do you have
The
any
most
other-
persistent idea.
Sorry?
The most persistent. For most English speaking speakers, let's say foreigners for English.
Yes.
So I think it's a good idea to increase, let's say, the ability to speak or to encourage
Yes.
people to speak.
Absolutely.
At least speak up their minds.
Yes. Yeah.
You want to talk about the effect why people speak in front of the I believe that when he practices public speaking, it will help him establish his confidence in himself, and he can express his ideas. Either if it's good or not.
Okay.
Because he has the confidence. I believe in my own ideas, and I believe that my ideas it can be improved.
Yes.
And if it is wrong, it will not affect my confidence in myself or my passion to improve myself or to work more on to increase my knowledge or to have more experience in that subject field.
Okay.
But the problem of public speaking that maybe in our world here, maybe we are fear of. I believe that the most issue that prevent us or from speaking in front of others, that the fear of being wrong.
Yes.
That it is the big issue. Maybe we don't have this big culture or of accepting of being wrong. That's
Okay.
all of us, most of us want to be perfect, and
Yes.
this cannot be achieved.
True. True.
So I will maybe if I have will repeat my ideas.
No problem.
Maybe if I say something that it's wrong, and the other say that I'm wrong, I will feel valid. And maybe I feel that the other is other one is maybe is degrading me or
Okay.
getting me down.
Mhm.
So it's this can be happen maybe at school if the teachers or it's the curriculum or whatever. It's if something that it have in the school at early age to help students to practice public speaking.
Interesting. Yes. Yes.
That's will help overcome this obstacle.
True. And actually, to make so as not to make votes on whether we talk about social media or we talk about public speaking and join both together. And the people, I noticed that the people who in real life have problems in speaking in front of others they're okay in the social media. Many of them, they're fine. They interact in the social media, but not in real life. So what do you think?
Sometimes I think this problem as giving speeches in public, sometimes we can refer it, let's say, as she said, for the early stages of a child or let's say at school. Since I'm a teacher, so I face this issue with my students. I'm always trying to encourage them to speak up, even if you are wrong. It doesn't matter. Just convey. Just try to tell your ideas. Just try to express yourself, even if your words are not arranged well, if your grammars are wrong, if you use, let's say, some unacceptable words during your speech, it's okay, but try to speak up or speak yourself, or let's say, tell us about yourself. So all the time I'm trying to encourage them. So this issue starts to grow up as we grow up in real life. So it can, let's say, join us also in different situations in real life. Not exactly, not especially when I'm speaking another language. So let's say the matter of perfection, no one is perfect. So sometimes we are afraid of being wrong, the same idea. But the most important thing is to try. It's a matter of experience. If you try once and twice and again, so if you practice smiling, you find yourself at the end of the day that you are smiling, you are practicing a good thing.
Yes.
But if you're practicing frowning and being tense or whatever, so let's say you will be a good person who always feeling tension. So it's all about practice. If you practice smiling, if you practice laughing, if you practice being happy, so this is our problem. This is our problem. We practice to be frowning all the time.
Okay.
So even language, you have to practice your language. You have. So if you don't do any wrong things, you will never learn from your mistakes.
True. True. So we're discussing two subjects together: social media and public speaking mixed together. The fear of public speaking and the effects of social media on our social life. Okay?
Please not, I am now.
Oh yeah. You just joined. Yes.
Joined,
I
yes.
know. This is why I'm telling you what's our topic. So the idea that you mentioned regarding speaking English or speaking a foreign language, in Jordan and in general in the Middle East, we find ourselves more relaxed to speak to foreigners
Yes.
than to speak the foreign language among ourselves.
Exactly.
Okay?
We feel relieved with foreign people
Yes.
more than
We
This-
speak English or a foreign language in
with
front of ourselves. I mean, if there are people from Jordan or from the Middle East. What do you think?
Yes, I think I remember an incident when I was at the way coming back from Baghdad to Jordan during my study there. So I faced or I met an Australian guy. So I started to talk to him. I used everyday language. So it felt really I'm relaxed when I'm talking to the native speakers because they have the most important thing that we miss, which is acceptance.
Yes.
They accept us, but we do not accept each other.
Yeah.
Not even them. So we cannot accept our mistakes. And, just as Summer said, all the time we are trying to be perfect, and we will never be perfect. So,
Okay.
but the most important thing I noticed during my job as a teacher, we consider English or any other language as a foreign language, not a second language. So there's a difference between considering English as a second language or another language. So we teach English in our schools as a foreign language, as another language. We do not combine the language with our everyday life activities, other topics, for example, in science, in mathematics, in history. So we are sick on our culture, our own culture. We are not open to other cultures. Let's say to read, to even if we watch a film or a movie, our eyes are down
On the subtitles.
Exactly, on the subtitles. So always we are trying to, let's say when we speak, even when we speak, we think in Arabic and try to translate in English.
Yes.
If you cannot speak in English, how can you translate from one language to another? So it's more difficult.
Yeah.
But I understand what you say, but I can't talk with you.
Just practice.
Yes, I
Just
need
be
practice.
relaxed. I'm not. Exactly. So
Um,
I'm now take a course for English, for American English, not British.
it doesn't differ.
What's what? And so, since you are taking American English and not English, it's because it's easier. It's because
No, because I want present TOEFL test.
Okay.
Okay.
It's for the TOEFL test.
I'm accountant at Fine Hygiene Paper,
Okay.
and I
Tell
am
me-
now
Why are you
leave my job and coming here.
Ah, okay. Okay. So, and you're going to use your TOEFL to continue your studying?
No, because I want to travel.
Okay. Okay.
I believe that TOEFL is the best way to improve English because now I was a member in Toastmasters English class,
Just
but
like
I
me.
quit. Like
Yes.
But I quit maybe for 3 years now. I don't attend any meetings except Arabic, and not all the time. But so as to improve my English, I insist in taking TOEFL, not because I'm not intending to. I don't know, maybe I will continue my high education, but just for the purpose of increasing, improving my English, especially for the reading, because it have a section for academic reading. So I want to improve my high to be reading very quick manner and to understand, to grab or to comprehend the passage.
Okay.
So I found it's the most best way. It is very difficult, and especially speaking.
Difficult?
Yes, it needs a lot of literally to read and to I مع vocabulary. I have
The test
to,
very difficult also.
but it is very quick. يعني you have to read and to understand in very because they have limited time and to
have
speak
us,
very quickly and
yes,
to
strict
understand
time.
what is yes. Have to improve this.
The cost for TOEFL 120.
You have to study
As international and
2 hours or 3 hours
local
daily.
50.
Yeah, at least 2 hours or 3 hours daily.
No. So you are let's say regarding TOEFL test. The TOEFL test tests what English, how much English do you have. It doesn't teach you English. Look at or imagine a newborn baby. After 1 or 2 years, does he speak or does he write or read?
No.
He starts to listen,
And
then producing some mimic sounds, some sounds that he hears from his surroundings, let's say his brother, sister, father, mother. So he starts to imitate his surroundings by producing a little, just to copying what others saying, what others saying. So
imitate in general is copying what talk or action. For example, if you're doing this, I'm doing this, so I'm imitating you. Okay, this is imitating.
Taqlid. Exactly. So then the little child starts to listen, then produce the language. So this is, we call it in academic studies or in science, the science of language, we call it language acquisition. It starts from listening, then you produce. If you read, you will be able to write. So these are 4 skills, main 4 skills. 2 of them are receptive, and the other 2 are productive. So you have to receive the language before you are trying to produce the language. So you have to listen and to read.
Great.
Reading enriches your vocabulary, your words, your sentences, some expressions. That's
Lovely,
it.
lovely. Yeah.
Your,
You wanted to say something.
No, just about the TOEFL test. It caused me an inside fear. Because I have to pass, I have to study.
Okay.
I'm coming here because to do something that I love to do. Sharing, socializing. You talk about something that I have to learn. Give me some skill that I don't know about. Some information that I will not be able to read it in my books or with my family or my society. So I come here to do something that I love. I think it's about studying. TOEFL, it's about studying. That's it.
Yeah.
My whole study it was about business. Okay, I have a bachelor degree in business management. Ask me about something about what I studied. I will not able to answer the exact question. I will be answering about sales field because I am doing sales now. That's it.
So the vocabulary that you get out of work experience or studying is only related to the field that we study and does not give us enough vocabulary for more diversified activities. Is this what you're saying?
In general, I think I can learn anything with a desire.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
With the sharing, with people, not just reading the book and answering specific questions and answering. Yeah, that's it.
Actually, this is true. I agree with you, Samar. Studying for TOEFL or for some exam, it will increase our knowledge. Yes, absolutely. It does increase our knowledge.
I not agree with you and you.
But on the other
Because
hand,
the TOEFL, you can improve your CV when you take
Yes.
TOEFL
true.
test. And
Absolutely.
you can choose or you can ask from any company or any.
Yes.
But I can't mention in my CV that I have TOEFL certificate.
No.
Your
Yes,
CV in English.
you can. You can.
Suppose you
You
are
can
having
add.
or you are holding a BA degree in English. You cannot speak English. I know some colleagues, teachers, who have degrees and master's degree from
And they cannot
English,
talk English.
and you are more brave. يعني you are braver than them to speak yourself, to speak these two words rather than them. They are afraid to speak, even if they have master's degree. So degrees cannot help you or make you a good speaker. It always depends on
Practice.
let's say practice.
Yes.
But this session for you
Yes.
exactly is better than 3 sessions in the top. I believe that
Maybe.
as I'm a teacher from
I
my
can't
experience.
decide because
So-
I am not the TOEFL course.
That's why.
Exactly. So by this session you are improving yourself by getting some words. You are encouraging yourself to do what? To speak. At least in the TOEFL. Could you speak yesterday when you went there? Could you speak?
Yes, I talk with the teacher about the restaurant.
Yeah.
Specific topic. But
Yes.
here you are listening to a variety of too
topics.
many ideas, words, whatever.
Summer.
Yes, I agree with him because anyone who went for a night to British or to United States of America, if he spends there 3 months, and he will, without studying, or his language will be improved
Yes.
because he is interacting or she is interacting with people and with people are there, and whenever he or she goes to the restaurants or grocers or whatever, because she is dealing with people there.
And they have
yes,
to.
They have to.
They need to eat.
Exactly.
That's why practice is improved. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they have to.
Yeah, if you want to eat, if you want to go anywhere, if you want to ask anything, you need to use the language. You need to use it. Yeah.
So you have to create the need.
Yeah.
But here, where
English
this
is
the problem
international
that
language.
where we can practice English.
Aywa.
All
Yes,
people
yes.
practice English,
Uh-huh. So when you
or
said
most people.
when
not,
you said
people.
previously when you said British and American,
Yes.
in fact British and American are both the same, but some words here and there, some grammar uses are differ from here to there. But I listened once upon a time when I was listening to some English material from the British Council material they publish on their websites. I listened to a speech from a scientist who especially studies language acquisition, as we talked just a few minutes ago. He says no British or English or American. We have international English. What do we mean by international English? When an Italian engineer deals with a German engineer or other German engineer, they have both different languages. So they use English because I think if I do not speak your language, I think you can speak English, at least because you see movies.
Yes.
All the movies around us and on the TV are in English. So this is what we call international English. It doesn't matter how to speak like British or like Americans, but to convey yourself, to convey your idea. Tell me, what do you want? Just tell me what do you want?
Let's go back to the question. Why are we more relaxed with speaking English with foreigners more than we are relaxed in speaking with among each other?
For me, I am relaxed.
You're relaxed?
Also realize
No, I am not relaxed.
maybe
You're not
because
Maybe because I am not practice English with anybody or with any person.
Which is more relaxing for
The,
you?
yeah,
With
the big problem in our schools that we not practice English.
Yes, true, true. But with the English that you have, where are you more relaxed? With speaking with foreigners or speaking with Arab nationalities?
With Arab as well.
No, to speak English with Arab nationalities,
Yes.
you're more relaxed.
Yes.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Someone,
I don't face this.
you don't face this.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think of this.
Okay.
But I believe maybe someone he would be relaxed speaking in front of foreigner, because the foreigner he realized that we are not fluent, so that maybe he will accept this
Yeah.
mistakes in spelling or pronunciation. Maybe the Arabic feel maybe he
Will criticize
will
our
criticize, or maybe he will deal with me as I am not an equal to him or to
Okay,
her.
yeah.
So I feel that doubt.
Okay.
Yes, ممكن.
The foreigner will accept this.
So
and-
Joking?
يعني
Yes,
يضحك أو
yes.
maybe.
Making fun of you.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. Yasmin, are you with the discussion? No, you're not with the discussion? Okay. Fear of public speaking, in general, whether it is a using a foreign language or not using a foreign language, is an issue. Many of us are afraid to be on the spot, or to make a presentation, or to go on a microphone or on a stand or on a stage and speak to an audience. Okay, Summer started saying that much of this fear is the fear of being embarrassed or ashamed of our mistakes, or to make a mistake in front of so many people. What are your personal experiences, if any, in public speaking?
Please again. I'm not.
Do you have you ever been on a stage or on a microphone speaking to many people?
Yes.
Okay. How was it?
It was a disaster.
How was the
In
experience?
my job, I face some foreign phone
Okay.
I can't behave or I can't
On the
talk
phone.
Yes, from
No.
Italia, from
No,
Germany,
but
from
to speak in front of many people, for example, to have 200 or 500 people in front of you,
no, yeah. I can't.
have you ever been in that situation?
Yes.
Yes, you have. You have been in this situation.
What's mean Ben?
If you tried it, if it happened to you to speak to 500 people or to 200 people. Okay, let me put the question. What is the most number of audience that you ever had?
50.
50 people. 50 people is a good number. How did you feel?
Yes. Good
You
one.
were fine? Relaxed?
Relaxed.
You spoke
Okay.
in a normal way? Were you afraid at the beginning?
I am not collect a lot of words or information. I am face difficult in this subject.
Okay.
I need some words because I can't to talk with any person.
Okay. Okay. Lovely. What about you guys?
Me too.
Have you tried speaking to a big audience?
It's my job to speak in front of audience.
What's your job?
Let's say the top number I have spoken in front of people was 100 students.
Okay.
So I gathered 3 classes together to do my class.
What about not students?
Not students, I didn't try it.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of it, so
You're fine.
yes.
So even if it happens, you will feel relaxed.
It's okay. Doesn't
Okay.
matter because I'm experienced to speak to others
Okay.
in these numbers. So let's say a little experience at school to speak to your students. They are, but let's say for the adult students, let's say Tojihi grades, they are adults somehow. So let's say they resemble the idea. So it's okay to consider them as an audience,
Okay.
and you're giving a public speech. You're
Yeah.
giving a public speech in front of them. So it's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I don't have this fear
Okay.
since I'm practicing.
This
it
is
every
what you
day.
do, young kid.
400 or 500.
You did that in front of her. Was it through Toastmasters or something else?
Through Toastmasters and outside, because we went to universities, there were a lot of audience,
Okay.
and somehow it was impromptu. Because though I prepared it, but my colleagues have spoke the issues that I was going to speak about.
Wow.
So it was, but I have a lot of information, so I managed that.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
because I have because I was practicing the issue, the fields of Toastmasters or the rule of Toastmasters. But I believe that if anyone who must who have the confidence or the master the public speaking, even in front of 20 people, he can manage. He will not be afraid, no matter
What the number is.
Either it's 1,000 or 2,000. Maybe it will be harder to speak in front of 20 because you have to practice eye contact, and you will realize their positive reactions at the same time their negative reaction. But if you are speaking in front of many people, will not
You will not
like
see
any
them.
of each of this.
Absolutely.
I will put it in my to-do list. Speaking of in front of 500 or more.
Okay.
But I was volunteering with Injaz. I was going to schools, just give them about their subject, their society, about their family, about self skills, okay, how to improve yourself, about specific things, about the changes that you will feel when you're getting older. Okay, for girls, boys. Yeah, I was with Injaz for 1 year, and the class was for, let's say, was there maybe 30, 35. Yeah, at the first times I was afraid. But I repeat it, as you said, you have to repeat it. So at the end of the classes of the season, okay, I was doing it very well.
Okay.
Yeah, they were being waiting for me every Saturday or not Saturday, every Sundays. Yes, to talk to me, to ask me about their issues or their problems that they faced with let's say with their families, that they can't talk about it with their families, just asking me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a very good experience, but I will put it in my to-do list.
To do a 500 one? Okay, lovely. Muhammad, Farouk, we have so many phone calls. Okay, Muhammad Husban, we got it. Muhammad Abu Amara, thank you Muhammad. Ahmed Al Qasim. طيب ماشي. الله يعافيك. Muhammad Muhammad Farouk. Agree with you because we feel shy to talk to each other. This is about the difference between speaking English with foreigners or among ourselves. He also adds, I am sure they are sweating from the way how they're talking and they're worried to make mistakes. In many of the circumstances that I observe, is that since we criticize ourselves a lot, we hesitate to speak English in front of other Arab nationals, okay? But we are more relaxed with foreigners because they will, as you said, they will accept it, and as you said, they acknowledge that English is a foreign language, so they're fine with what we say or with our mistakes, whatever mistakes that we do in the language. Although, if we have a foreigner who's speaking Arabic,
We are making fun of him.
yes, we do that.
Sometimes we are making fun of him.
Yes,
Of his language, of his pronunciation, of the words, etc.
absolutely. So we're stopping actually people from
the
learning
problem,
Arabic.
The problem is ours, not theirs.
Yes.
So the problem is ours. The problem of acceptance. We do not accept each other in our society.
Yeah.
Even brothers in one single family, they do not accept each other even in a single room.
Yes.
So this is the problem. It's ours, not theirs.
I had a very, very strange example. When we are kids, we do very strange things. So my first appearance on stage, and I think if any of my classmates are here, they will start laughing now. I was in the 6th grade, and we had a play at school, and I was in that play. Okay, so I was in Collège de la Salle, Frère. My school was Frère. Besides Frère is the girls' school, the Nazareth's sister school. Okay, Nasra. Okay, it's near my school. So in that play, there was a girl, and since we are all boys' school, one of the boys had to do the girl role. Who was that? It was me. So I wore the uniform of that girls' school, and I went up on stage, okay, as the girl in that play, and I was 11 years old, 6th grade, 10 years old, 11 years old. And that was really devastating. It ruined my future for 3-4 years. And it was a very, very difficult, and it was my first time in being in public or being on stage. That was my first experience. So, what I'm hearing from much of the audience here, that in general we are relaxed with public speaking. That we have no particular issues, but if we faced it, we will do it. So each of us had experience one way or the other, either in business through presentations, dealing with clients, but I agree with you that the difference between a small group and a big group, the big group has it's a huge number, okay? So the embarrassment is with 500 people. With a small group, you can see their eyes. And this is a challenge. When you can see the eyes, like your profession, for example, you can see the action of every student. You can see the eyes, where the eyes are of every student.
If they are satisfied or not
with what you're saying. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And this is as well another challenge. So we cannot say that a smaller group is easier than a bigger group. Each audience has its own challenges. Or, for example, if you're giving a presentation to experts in the field, okay? So, for example, for example, you teach English, okay? And now you are going to present a curriculum in front of English professors, okay, the experts in the language. Okay, I think this is a challenge. This will be a challenge.
This is a challenge, yes. But sometimes it comes from training.
Yes, of course.
If you are trained or have the techniques to consider your audience as a student,
Yes.
whatever his age. So, let's say I have prepared myself for an interview to be a supervisor
Okay.
of English in the Ministry of Education. So we will be asked if we go if I get the post. We are going to, let's say, to give a lesson to the ones who are going to estimate your, let's say, presentation. It's not a kind of presentation just like giving a public speech, but it's a test. So the pressure is, let's say, can be more.
Yes.
So you have to consider these adults and to imagine that they are young students and to, let's say, to apply your strategies, to apply the way you teach on them. So it's a challenge.
Yes.
So it depends on the situation.
My sister is married in Canada. My sister got married years back in Canada. Last summer she came with her boys, and her husband and the boys. She has 2 kids. And she's been in Canada like for ages, okay? And her English is very, very good. I mean, she's living in Canada and she's raising her kids in Canada. Now, her children are about 11 years and 8 years old. So when they speak to me how their mother, my sister, is speaking, they start making fun of her how she speaks English.
The behavior of children.
Exactly. So, and they start twisting their tongue. Like, yes, now you are speaking English. And this is how they hear their mother speaking to them. Now you need to go to the bathroom and do this and do that. And they start mocking their mother in that way. So, but she's still speaking to them because she needs to raise them. Foreign language between married people. Between married people. For example, a Jordanian married to a German.
I think we have never practiced this.
They have to choose one language that they are, both of them are good with. English.
I know someone who is Jordanian with, let's say, speaks English well, very well, as he studied in England. His wife is Turkish.
Yes.
So his daughter speaks Arabic, English, Turkish, and French.
Okay.
So the daughter is better than
The
her
parents.
Yes. So she, the little child can collect
Yes.
easily, not just like us. We are stick to certain way or certain language, and we, let's say, it's a burden on our shoulder to learn another language. So the matter of language is also, let's say, I go back again and again. I say it's about practice.
But it's not the idea of practice. Sometimes in a married relation, in marriage, I mean, you need to shout. You need to express your inner
You
feelings.
cannot.
And for example, my ex-girlfriend, she was Mexican, so her language is Spanish. I speak English. I speak Arabic. We speak in English, but when we need to fight, suddenly she turns into Spanish. When we're fighting, suddenly Spanish, and suddenly I have absolutely no clue
So
what she's
certainly
talking
you
about.
have to go back to your mother tongue
Yes,
to
to
express
fight.
yourself deeply.
It's a good issue. You will not hear what she's talking about.
Yeah, there is a positive side.
But you asked a question before. Is there any connection between if you are weak in public speech and you are strong there in, on the social media?
What do you think?
Yes. What do you think? I tend to use
Social media by writing or
yes,
by writing?
expressing
Oh.
yourself by either writing, certainly,
Or going online.
Yes.
Right?
not
I mean,
going live.
some actors who are in whether Egyptian, whether Americans, whatever the nationality, on camera they act. In interviews, they cannot speak 2 words. They cannot make 2 words
Like
on interviews.
Feiruz, I hear that. عبلة كامل. بس يعني ما they cannot make interviews. محمود مرسي.
Yes,
They are very famous and very good in their actors.
yes, as actors, but then in their life, they
They
public
don't
speaking.
apologize for making any kind of interview.
But on the social media, I think there is a freedom. So you can express yourself. Sometimes they go behind fake personality,
Okay.
so they can. So it's all about our culture. It's all about our culture. Acceptance and being accepted and being afraid of being accepted.
Okay.
Also, let's say freedom, the lack of freedom. Even our everyday life. For example, with my children, don't do this. It's forbidden. It's not a good idea. So they grow up with the idea of yes or no.
Yes.
So they do not try even think why. So this is the way I'm, let's say, bringing up my children and to discuss with them why. To teach them why, to use why. Always ask, always ask. If you do not ask, you will never learn. So asking makes you, let's say, free on the long run. So it's all about, let's say, our culture, freedom and acceptance. These are the most persistent ideas, I think.
Public speaking in general has no culture.
I agree with you.
The fear of public speaking is faced across all nations. I mean, all people from
Exactly, yes.
any nationality have that. I would agree that some nationalities more than others because of the way the schooling system and all that
Yes.
what they encourage at schools. But in general, I have found people from different nationalities have this fear of public speaking. My challenge, my personal challenge, my strength is public speaking. I love public speaking. My challenge is speaking one-on-one with someone I don't know. I don't know how to do small chat.
Chat.
Hi, how are you? How's the weather? What did you do today? I can't do this. My challenge is small. We call it small talk. I cannot do small talk. Either a debate, there is a topic that we're discussing, or I find difficulties making small talk with people.
Maybe because
By chat,
your major. Because your major. Maybe you're a coach or a coach, sorry, life coach. Okay, you have to speak up in front of the.
No, this is from my childhood. This from it's been there for ages.
Another issue is if you know what to do or what are you going to speak, you will be a good speaker.
Yes, yes.
If you are well prepared, but you have to plan
Yes.
your speech. Even if you are a good speaker, you will fail sometimes if you don't prepare well, if you do not prepare well.
Yes.
So, let's say we have some techniques to be a good public speaker. Not just like that, it happens just like that to be a good speaker or public speaker.
For example, in presentations, when we were either at university or when we did our master's degree, there were a lot of presentations. My challenge was how to open the presentation. The first slide. I would practice the first slide for about 15 to 20 minutes.
But the whole
The rest of the presentation, I'm fine. It's just how to start it. Shall I say hi, hello, how are you, good evening? How shall I start? So,
I would like to explain why some people are very good at writing at social media
Yes.
and they are not good at speak. Because I believe in writing we have time to think. So when I write something and I read it, I found that it is not good. I can rewrite it.
yeah, absolutely,
So
yes.
that it can be writing it will be better than speaking.
Okay, so there is time to write, time to think, time to
To
delete,
think, yes.
time to edit, yeah.
Because so whenever I wrote a post, I rewrite it many times, and
Okay.
sometimes after I post it in the social media, then I delete it. So because I found that whenever so I change it.
Okay.
But when I speak, my word is spoken. No, there is no. I don't have any chance to.
Yes, to correct
That's
it.
why
or to-
loneliness, and let's say helps writers to be great. So look at the history of writers, good writers of the English literature, I say, or any other language. Those who are good writers, they pass through loneliness circumstances for family issues or problems, or just like Charles Dickens. He suffered in his childhood. So the most important thing that affected all his writings is loneliness. The loneliness he felt while he was a child.
who is he?
Charles Dickens.
What he has?
He's a novelist, English novelist.
Their book.
Oliver Twist.
writing.
He
Who writes
Dumby and
novels,
Son.
stories.
He had many works. Novels.
David Copperfield.
An author of
David
novels, author of
Copperfield.
stories. He writes stories.
Yes.
It's different than an author of a scientific book or an author of history.
Just a
Teacher or no?
Sorry?
You're a teacher?
I'm a trainer
I have to mention
and a life
something.
coach.
Yes.
Guy,
The Mr.
Yes, Muhammad is a teacher.
عشان
Yes.
I have to. Why is something that affects our English as a second or a foreign language? Well, the TV program used to present some foreign TV
Yes.
programs
Yes.
and series.
Yes.
Now all of programs or channels are purely Arabic.
Yes, true.
Then maybe if you want, as if to choose to see TV program, English program, also you have to go to the channel that is concentrated in delivering, presenting foreign TV and programs.
True.
And this is also, so I highlighted that because maybe it has gap. This it brings out the gap between the two cultures. So maybe our generations and the generations before us, they are get used to see the foreign, like the culture of the the United States of the British that are represented through TV series or programs. But now there is nothing of this. We are what only see is TV.
It's on your choice.
But
No, come on. I mean,
before it
Mexican
was
series
forced.
now they're standard Arabic. Turkish series,
yeah.
it's Syrian accent.
Actually, embassy too.
Yes, but because
Actually,
it's
I
our
think-
choice.
I believe-
Before it was forced. We have
Summer is
this-
right. When we
It's forced.
in our childhood there were only 2 channels.
Yes.
Yes.
There is
The
YouTube.
channel, it
But
have a
I-
mix
there's
of
YouTube.
program. Must it have a mix of program. Have in both language.
I don't encourage
That's why.
the TV is doesn't must be in our homes or our houses. We should break. Yani really.
But actually, what's Summer's point is that when we were
Boring.
in our childhood, Tom and Jerry, Popeyes,
That wasn't English.
all those all the cartoons were English with subtitles. Now all those programs are dubbed.
I've seen the little house. I watched it on Preston.
You actually saw the Walton family?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm thinking now there is nothing of this.
John Boy?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Maybe this. يعني ما بعرف كيف this makes that the mix not accepting the foreign culture.
Yes.
يعني maybe
True. It's part of the story. I mean, it's part of the reasons. Yes, when we were children, we were used to the foreign language because most of the programs, which were in English, they stayed in English with only subtitles. Today, if I open, for example, Ru'ya or Jordan TV, all the programs are in Arabic.
Yes.
Okay, I need to go to another channel, like you said, MBC2 or specific channels to hear or see the English language programs.
In general, everything is changed and will change.
Yes, true.
So we have to create an opportunities to learn about anything that we want to learn.
Yeah.
It's not a problem, it's a challenge. It's not a problem, it's a
Absolutely,
challenge.
absolutely.
In anything.
Space Tune today, is it in Arabic or in English?
Arabic. Arabic.
In Arabic, Space Tune.
I'm not against making program in Arabic, but I believe that we should have mix.
Yeah.
يعني it
Yes.
should have maybe for 1 hour daily. It will help. يعني
Yes. True.
not for also for the language, for just accepting the foreign culture. Yes, this
Yes.
is what I
Absolutely, I totally agree. Yes.
But the acceptance, the core word that I learned this session. Really. Yeah, if you bring something new in this trend, they will force you.
Yes.
They will make fun of you. And then they will copy you. Just for me, just that I am reading books everywhere. And everywhere I carry my book.
Okay.
In my work, in everywhere. My friends can't
Accept the idea.
accept the idea. Why are you doing this? It will not affect you. It will not affect on you. It will not get learned about anything. And the subject that I read, it's really far away from my major, from my studies. So the acceptance, this is the main word. Yes.
Study.
Now I'm studying civil engineering. Yes. After my degree in business.
When I used to work in Fastlink between the years 2000 and 2003. Those days I used to go to Cheche and Abdul on Friday mornings. And I still remember the book. I don't remember the title of the book. It was this big. Okay. And it was about the history of Russia, the Soviet Union, from the Bolshevik Revolution. Actually, no, from the last Tsar until recently. And then the Fastlink people, we were a bunch of friends that would meet every Friday there. So they would come. I'm with my hubbly bubbly, my coffee and my book, and they come and see the book. This Rami, this is not light reading. This is not something that you read in the morning of a Friday morning. This is huge. I mean, how long it would take you to finish this? I say, oh, look, it doesn't matter how long it takes. But you're right. I mean, but at the end, if persistence, if you continue, people will start copying. They will start them reading, and they get interested in what you're doing.
They will see what the books doing for me.
Yes.
Not the books not giving you any information.
Yes.
Just giving you how to think, how to feel people.
How to feel, but you have to choose your material, the material you are reading. One of my students is now studying medicine. So really he was a brilliant student. I envy him for this idea. So before he sees the movie of Harry Potter, he has read all the series in books. Before before watching The Lord of the Rings, he is reading it in books. Then he will see the movie.
Yeah.
So let's say, it's
Amazing.
very
Amazing.
amazing. So he was a great student.
Omar, thank you very much. Osama, yes, hello Osama. Thank you. Okay, and with this we come to the conclusion of our session. So, نحكي على الفعاليات اللي جاي. احنا اليوم الثلاثاء بكل الأربعاء في شيء. اوكي، الخميس بكمستي 6:30 ل 7:30 رح نكون مع دائرة تدريب مهارات الحياة. مش رح نكون مع دائرة تدريب مهارات الحياة يوم الخميس.
انت بدك تضحك علي. انا اول ما جيت انا طلعت فوق دلوني فوق علم النفس. شو بالعربي يا زلمه؟
انا جاي انجليزي.
لا واعطاني اكزامبل اسمي بده يشرح عنه، بقول له بس معلش بعد اذنك انا هون جاي كونفرزيشن يعني مش لا مش فاهم. ثانك يو. قلب نفسه مع قلب نفسه.
يوم الخميس هذا ما راح يكون في دائرة تدريب مهارات الحياة. راح نبلش من هون. يوم الخميس راح يكون في من الساعة راح تبلش 7:30 داليا، من 7:30 ل 8:30 مع دائرة قانون الأحوال الشخصية. بهاي الدائرة بنتحدث بالقوانين الناظمة الموجودة عندنا اللي بتنظم الحياة الزوجية، من كتب الكتاب لحديت إلخ. اوكي، اللي بتنظم كل
نتجوز يعني؟
ايه
بدنا نتجوز
يعني اللي بحب يعرف، اللي بحب. انا بحضر هاي الدوائر، انا مش متجوز ومش عن قريب كمان، ما عنديش خطة. بس يا اخي في شغلات،
انت شكلك
في شغلات بالقانون، في شغلات بالقانون غريبة، يعني مليان نقاش فيها كثير، في اشياء حلوة ومعلومات واحصائيات عن كل الامور اللي عم بتصير عندنا بالبلد بهذا الموضوع. دائرة كثير حلوة وانا بحب احضرها. يوم الجمعة هاي من اي ساعة؟ هاي احكيها لانه انا بعرفش التفاصيل. اي ساعة بنبلش وين بنجتمع؟ من 7 ل 9 والتجمع عند السيفوي السابع. اي ساعة؟ 6:30. معناته يوم الجمعة 6:30 عند السيفوي السابع. احنا كل شهر بنحتفل بمواليد الشهر. اوكي، فالشهر الماضي بشهر 9 احتفلنا بكل مواليد شهر 9 لما عملنا احتفال السنة السابعة للمجموعة. الشهر هذا رح نحتفل فيه، رح نلف بالباص السياحي المفتوح اللي بلف بعمان. فرح نطلع بهذا الباص ونحتفل بكل مواليد الشهر بهذا الباص يوم الجمعة إن شاء الله. التجمع الساعة 6:30 والتور رح تكون من 7 ل 9. يوم السبت رح نكون مع نادي الكتاب من الساعة 5:30 للساعة 7 بالأزبكية، نهاية شارع وادي صقرة. ايش الكتاب؟
هذا ولا اللي جاي؟
ايش هو؟ ماله اداره.
هذا كتاب ولا ندوة؟
نادي الكتاب، احنا عندنا كل سبت نادي الكتاب، يعني كل سبت في جلسه نادي الكتاب. بالازبكيه.
نادي
لا.
كتاب.
فرح تكون عن ماله اداره. هذا السبت. يوم الاحد رح نكون مع اليوم الرياضي من الساعه 8 للساعه 10 بالليل، من الساعه 8 بالليل لل 10 بالليل باكاديميه عمان بخلده. وكل التفاصيل موجوده طبعا على الميديا على الاعلانات.
What's your name for beer?
Out and About Social Club هذا الجروب، وأوت and About جو هذا اسم البيج.
في فرق
هذا بيج وهذا جروب. هلا انا بالنسبه لي بستسهل اشوف الايفنتات على البيج مش على الجروب، لانه الجروب بنزل البوست بنزل تحت، فيش بنحطه لانه في بوستات كثير وانتراكشن بنزل تحت. بس على البيج في سكشن اسمه ايفنتس.
صح.
اوكي، كل الايفنتس موجوده فيه. وفي كمان احنا موجودين على meetup.com وبطلعنا كل معظم الفعاليات اذا مش كلها موجوده على فريندتشر. لقيت الصلصه لقيتهم كلهم. هلا وين وصلنا احنا؟ يوم الاحد وصلنا. اليوم الرياضي يوم الاحد باكاديميه عمان بخلده. يوم الاثنين في شيء، نرجع ليوم الثلاثاء من 6:30 ل 7:30 مع دائره المحادثه الانجليزيه. وفي عندنا الدورات، عندنا دوره صلصه. اوكي، عندنا دوره صلصه بتبلش ب 23 صح؟ صلصه راس لاتيني صلصه.
اكتب لي اياها بس.
داليا الجروب ولا الصفحه بدك؟
اي شيء التنتين يعني.
هاي المكان موجود عندكم.
قلب الاخضر. اوكي. عندنا الصلصه بتبلش ب 23/10، فاللي حابب يسجل لهي الدوره. هاي الدوره جميله جدا من ناحيه ال Out and About عباره عن مواطن عالمي بنتعرف على ثقافات مختلفه. هاي واحدة من الطرق اللي احنا بنتعرف فيها على ثقافات تانية من خلال الميوزك المختلفة ومن خلال الفنون المختلفة. في كمان عنا المسرح، لا بس لليفل 2 اللي اخذوا ليفل 1. اللي ما اخذوش ليفل 1 هلا ما في دورة بس. وهذا معرض. انتوا اتفقتوا ولا لسه ما اتفقتوا؟ ما اتفقتوا؟ معناته انا بدي اتدخل. لا بدي اتدخل والغي. لا خلق بدنا فيش مسرح راح الغيها. anyway برضو عندنا ب 20/10 روح على طابة. راح ننزل 20 و20 و21 و22 راح ننزل على طابة. فاللي حاب يسجل لهي الفعاليات ان كان للصلصة او لطابة يحكي على التليفونات او يحكي مع داليا. اوكي، شكرا كثير لكم، بشوفكم بالفعالية.
سعيد.
اهلا.